Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Jennifer, and as always, I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Elizabeth. How are you today, Elizabeth?
I'm doing great, thanks. I'm really excited about today's topic because it's something that everyone can relate to, describing your hometown or city. Whether you're introducing yourself to someone new, talking about where you're from, or just sharing your experiences, being able to describe your hometown in English is a valuable skill.
Absolutely. Talking about your hometown is often one of the first things people ask when they meet you, especially in an international setting. Today, we're going to share some tips and useful phrases to help you describe your hometown or city in a way that's clear, engaging, and informative.
Yes, and we'll also discuss how to describe different aspects of your hometown, like its location, size, history, landmarks, and what it's known for. Plus, later in the video, we'll have a call from one of our listeners who will describe their hometown, and we'll give them some feedback on how to improve their description. But before we get started, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Your support really helps us continue creating content to help you improve your English.
So, let's dive in. Let's start with talking about the location of your hometown. One of the first things people often ask is, where are you from? A simple way to answer is to mention your city or town and its location within your country. For example, I'm from Paris, which is in the north-central part of France.
That's right. You can also mention how far your hometown is from a major city or landmark that people might be familiar with. For example, I'm from a small town called Stratford, which is about 2 hours west of London.
Yes, giving a relative location can help people understand where your hometown is, especially if it's not a well-known place. You can also talk about the region or state it's in, like, I'm from Austin, Texas, which is in the southern part of the United States.
That's a great point, Jennifer. Once you've mentioned the location, you can talk about the size of your hometown. Is it a big city, a small town, or something in between? For example, my hometown is a small village with a population of about 2,000 people. Or, I'm from Tokyo, which is one of the largest cities in the world.
Exactly. Describing the size gives people a better idea of what your hometown is like. You can also mention whether it's a busy, bustling place or a quiet, peaceful area. For example, it's a small, quiet town where everyone knows each other, or it's a large, vibrant city that's always full of life.
Yes, adding those descriptive details helps paint a picture of your hometown. Now, let's talk about the history or background of your hometown. If your town or city has an interesting history, it's always nice to share a bit about it. For example, my hometown was founded in the 18th century and has a lot of historical buildings. Or, it's known for its ancient ruins that date back thousands of years.
That's a great way to make your description more interesting, Elizabeth. You can also talk about any significant events or famous people from your hometown. For example, my city is famous for being the birthplace of a famous writer, or we have a festival every year that celebrates our town's history.
Yes, those are great details to include. Next, let's move on to describing the landmarks or attractions in your hometown. Every place has something that makes it unique, whether it's a famous monument, a beautiful park, or a popular tourist destination. For example, my hometown has a beautiful lake where people go to relax and have picnics, or we have a famous museum that attracts visitors from all over the country.
Definitely. You can also talk about any natural features, like mountains, rivers, or beaches. For instance, my town is surrounded by mountains, and there are lots of great hiking trails. Or we have a beach nearby where people go surfing and swimming.
Those are great examples, Jennifer. Talking about what makes your hometown special or unique is a great way to engage others in conversation. And if your hometown is known for something specific, like a type of food or a cultural tradition, be sure to mention that too. For example, my city is famous for its seafood, or we have a traditional dance that's performed during festivals.
Absolutely. Sharing these kinds of details makes your description more personal and interesting. Now, let's talk about describing the lifestyle in your hometown. What's it like to live there? Is it fast-paced or more relaxed? For example, life in my hometown is pretty laid back. People enjoy spending time outdoors and there's a strong sense of community, or it's a very busy city with lots of things to do and see.
That's a great way to give people an idea of what daily life is like in your hometown. You can also mention things like the weather, the local economy, or the types of jobs people have. For example, the weather is warm and sunny most of the year, which is great for outdoor activities. Or many people in my town work in agriculture or tourism.
Yes, those details really help to create a fuller picture of your hometown. Finally, let's talk about your personal connection to your hometown. How do you feel about it? Do you visit often if you've moved away? For example, I love my hometown because it's where I grew up and made so many great memories. Or, I visit my hometown every summer to spend time with family.
That's a wonderful way to add a personal touch to your description, Jennifer. Sharing your feelings about your hometown can make your description more relatable and engaging. Now, speaking of hometowns, we have a caller today who wants to share a description of their hometown and get some feedback. Let's take the call.
Hi there, you're on the air with Jennifer and Elizabeth. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Elizabeth. My name is Liam, and I'm calling from Dublin, Ireland. I'd love to share a bit about my hometown and get your feedback.
We're so glad you called in. We'd love to hear about Dublin. Go ahead and tell us a bit about your hometown.
Sure. Dublin is the capital city of Ireland, located on the east coast of the country. It's a vibrant city with a population of about 1.2 million people. Dublin has a rich history, dating back over 1,000 years, and you can see that history in the city's architecture, especially in places like Dublin Castle and St. Patrick's Cathedral.
That's a great start, Liam. You're doing a fantastic job of describing the location and historical significance of Dublin. What else can you tell us about the city?
Well, Dublin is known for its lively culture, especially its music and literature. It's the birthplace of many famous writers like James Joyce and Oscar Wilde. The city has a great music scene, with live performances happening every night in pubs and venues across the city. There's also a beautiful river, the Liffey, that runs through the center of Dublin, dividing the city into the north side and south side.
You're doing a wonderful job, Liam. You've highlighted some key cultural aspects that make Dublin unique. How about the lifestyle in Dublin? What's it like to live there?
Life in Dublin is pretty fast-paced, especially in the city center, but there are also quieter neighborhoods and parks where people can relax. The weather can be a bit unpredictable, with a mix of rain and sunshine, but people here are used to it. There's a strong sense of community in Dublin, and people are generally friendly and welcoming. I really love living here.
That's a fantastic description, Liam. You've done a great job of capturing the essence of Dublin, from its history and culture to the lifestyle. One suggestion I have is to maybe add a bit more detail about the food or any special events or festivals that Dublin is known for. For example, you could mention something like, Dublin is famous for its traditional Irish pubs and hearty meals like Irish stew. We also have the St. Patrick's Day Festival, which is a huge event celebrated with parades, music, and dancing.
Yes, that's a great idea, Jennifer. Adding details about food and events can make your description even more engaging. But overall, you did a fantastic job, Liam. Your description was clear, detailed, and very interesting.
Thank you so much, Jennifer and Elizabeth. I'll definitely try to add those extra details next time. I really appreciate your feedback.
You're very welcome, Liam. You did a wonderful job, and we're so glad you called in. Keep up the great work.
Yes, thank you, Liam. We really enjoyed hearing about Dublin. Take care and happy learning.
Thanks, Jennifer and Elizabeth. Bye for now.
That was a great call from Liam. He did an excellent job describing Dublin, and with just a few extra details, his description will be even more engaging.
Absolutely. Liam's call is a perfect example of how to describe your hometown in a way that's both informative and interesting. The more details you can add, the more vivid the picture you create for your listener.
Definitely. So, to recap, today we've covered how to describe your hometown or city in English. We talked about describing the location, size, history, landmarks, lifestyle, and your personal connection to your hometown. These are all important elements that can help you create a clear and engaging description.
Yes, and remember, the key to improving your English is practice. Try describing your hometown in English whenever you can, and don't be afraid to add more details and variety to your descriptions. The more you practice, the more fluent and confident you'll become.
That's right, Elizabeth. And don't forget to have fun with it. Describing your hometown is a great way to share a part of yourself with others while practicing your English skills. Thank you all for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We have plenty more content coming your way to help you improve your English and reach your language learning goals.
We'll see you in the next video. Keep practicing and happy learning.
Bye for now.